The Health and Social Care Bill is the most destructive reorganisation of the health service in its nearly 64-year history. A reorganisation that Cameron promised wouldn't happen. Hundreds of Unite members descended on Westminster to voice their opposition to the bill and to lobby their MPs with a simple message: drop the bill and save our NHS.
Well, basically, I'm here to try and save the NHS. This bill is going to fragment it, privatise it, put money in the mates and land's pockets, and we're trying to do something to try and keep it in the interest of our patients, our staff, and preserving the services. Obviously, we can't just stand by and not try and do something to save the NHS.
I've worked for the NHS for nearly 30 years now, and we've gone through a lot of change, but this is the worst that it's ever been, and I'm really, really concerned about it. They're already cherry-picking some of the bits and pieces, particularly in the community, and I don't know where it's going to stop. And I'm worried for my children and their future, and whether they're going to have to pay for NHS in the future.
I'm here to lobby my MP because I feel so passionately that we must stop this bill. This bill will cause absolute destruction to the NHS. We're not talking about our jobs, we're talking about patient care for now and for the future. The future generations will have no one there to look after them, and it'll be with those that with money would survive, and the rest of us will just be left on the scrap heap.
David Cameron and Andrew Lansley have ignored the concerns and mass opposition to the bill from NHS staff and their representatives. This bill will fragment the service and bring private sector profit makers into healthcare and take money from patient care through new layers of bureaucracy.
People have still got an opportunity to save the NHS, and that's the most important message to get out. We are reckoning we've got 2 more weeks and before this bill comes to an end, but we have the Liberal Democrat conference this coming weekend, beginning of March, and therefore if you're in the North East, do come along and help us leaflet that conference. On the Unite website we're going to put out more information about what people can do, because obviously there's still time to write to members of the House of Lords, to contact your local MP and put the pressure on there to make sure that they withdraw this bill. There is still an opportunity as well to sign e-petitions and make sure that you get your voice heard. What we know is that the professionals, the patients and the public have come out together against this bill, and it's up to us to save the NHS, and we still have that chance.
In the evening, over 2,000 NHS workers, including Unite members, gathered to hear speakers, including Unite's Len McCluskey.
I've angered people just recently by raising issues about the Olympics. I have to tell you, sisters and brothers, I hope people get as angry about the privatisation of our National Health Service before our very eyes. American-style healthcare companies lining up, rubbing their grubby hands, counting their dollars, circling like vultures, waiting to make the billions that they make in America from the sick and the needy. And we need to get angry, and we need people out there to get angry. We need to remember, sisters and brothers, we need to remember that this is our heritage. Remember, it was our grandparents and our parents who, having defeated the evils of fascism in Europe, came back determined to build a land fit for heroes. They built the welfare state, they gave us universal education, and they gave us that jewel in the crown, the National Health Service, something that all of us here have lived with, what now Bevan said. Now he was a visionary, and even when he was implementing the National Health Service, he knew that the powers of reaction would always seek an opportunity to come knocking on our door. That's why he said that it would only exist if we were prepared to fight for it. Are we prepared to fight for it? Damn right we're prepared to fight for it. I don't want my kids or my grandkids saying to me, why did you do nothing when they were taking away our birthright? Let our message be clear, that people power matters. And our message is we will hound these MPs wherever they go, to the next election if necessary, so that justice will prevail. Good luck,